Hey guys, Peter here from the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel, and here in this video I'm just going to show you how you can get your account set up once you've signed up to Aweber. So make sure to keep watching till the end of the video, and I will show you through a lot of the different tools and features and how you can set up custom messages, and just to get an overall feel and show you what you need to do to get started on the platform so that you can start learning how to build up your email list. So before we get started, if you are finding content like this here to be helpful, make sure to drop a like on the video. Also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Also, if you are looking for an honest and genuine way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. So if you've watched my previous video where I showed you actually how to get set up with an account using a free account on Aweber, I'll leave a link in the description so that you can go and view that if you haven't already done so. I go through the process of actually showing you how to literally sign up and just get your account pretty much just to hit the ground running, just so you can get started. So pretty much this is a continuation on from that, and I'm just going to go through the process of actually showing you how to set up your account so that you can actually get it ready to really start working. So if you have signed up for a free account, like I mentioned in the previous video, you will be able to have or even accumulate up to 500 email subscribers, and you'll be able to send out a total of 3,000 emails. Now it does sound like a lot, but as I did mention in that other video as well, if you did have a full list of 500 emails and you go to send out a couple of broadcasts, you'll only be able to do that a handful of times per month, because it will literally send that email out to all of your subscribers. So it probably wouldn't be a good idea. It is ideal to get started and to build up your list, but especially like if you have a full list, like I mentioned, it may not be a viable option, so at some point you will actually have to upgrade. So in this case here now, I do have a paid account. I've been using Aweber for a while, and it does allow me to be able to have that flexibility to be able to not only build my list, but to be able to not be limited in terms of how many broadcasts I can send out and so forth. Plus, with the free account, you can only have access to one list on that account. So once you've built up that 500 emails, you can only use it on one particular list. You can't spread it across or open up other lists. So that's the limitation that you would have. You would need to upgrade in order to be able to again extend that or lift those limitations. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can check it out for yourself if you feel like you want to get started and upgrade. But anyway, we'll move on. So once you've actually signed up and you've logged in and you've gone through the entire process of signing up, you will be greeted here with the dashboard, and you have a load of different tabs here that will actually help you to get started. So you actually have a messages tab, so you have access to, you can create drafts where you can actually set up specific templates so that you can set one template up for your email, so that way then you can reuse that again and again and again, so you don't have to keep starting from scratch every time you want to set up a new broadcast for your emails. So again, broadcast, these essentially are newsletters. You can do split tests, so you can do different variations of emails and change and tweak a few little things or shorten some of the content in it, or even put in other images, and that way then you can test and see which one converts better and which one gets most clicks. So that will allow you to do that. Again, you can set up campaigns, so here you'll be able to set up your actual automations. And again, follow-up series. So again, this ties in with the campaigns that allows you to pretty much set up, like when you've gained new subscribers, that people will actually be able to opt in, and you'll just be able to set up a sequence where the emails will follow up and they'll be automatically sent out once, say, if someone subscribes to your email list through the landing page that you've set up. So you've also got like blog broadcast. So again, if you're using like a blog website, you can integrate this here with it as well. And here again, this is the email template manager. So like I mentioned earlier, similar to the drafts, you can go in and literally create all your templates, but it also has its own variation of templates. So we'll just click in and just have a look, and I'll just quickly show you. So once you're on that page, you do have the ability to be able to start with an Aweber template. You can import your own if you've created your own, or you can code templates if you do have a background in coding skills like HTML, JavaScript and so forth. But we're not going to look into that because that's a lot more advanced. So as an absolute beginner, you won't need that at all. So if you do have a template, again, like I said, you can import it, but we're just going to have a quick look at just this one here. and this here will actually open up the actual editing area, and this is pretty much the primary area that you will see when you're actually going to set up an actual email itself. So you have access like to loads of drag and drop elements here, so you can add in like say a headline, or you can add in paragraph. You can see here they're all in different types of content blocks, so you can move them around depending on what it is that you're looking to add in. So like say if you want to embed a YouTube video, in this case you can add in your YouTube video say underneath, and again all you need to do is you have it here. So what you would want to do is you'd want to get a URL, so you would actually just go to say your channel, and you would just right click on one of the videos and copy link address. Then you would come back in and you would literally just paste in the video URL, and here you go. So that way then, and it automatically generates the title for you, which is really handy. And again, you can set the position of it as well if you want to change the alignment. And this is actually really cool because it means then that people can actually watch the video from within the actual email once they've actually opened it up themselves, so they don't actually have to be taken over to YouTube. And that actually is really cool, especially if you do have a YouTube channel, which in my case I do. So this will actually count as an extra view, and it'll also add to your watch time. So this is actually pretty decent as well, and this will help increase your engagement and so forth, like I said. So again, you have other buttons, other elements here. If you want to add in buttons for clickable links, you can add in images. If you want to design a nicely designed email, again they do have loads of templates as well. So even if you wanted to just literally just play around and get started with using these elements, you can do that and just play around with these here and just get started from scratch. Because it is very simple. You just drag everything, and where this line actually shows up, either above or below the content blocks that are already on the page, you literally just drop it there, and then you can add in whatever pieces of information that you want. But even if you don't want to do that, you can literally come over where it says templates here, and this will actually give you access to a load of ready-made templates that Aweber actually offers. So as you can see here now, this window opens up and you do have access to some very decent looking templates. Now I will admit, as I did mention in my previous video, the templates on Aweber are decent, but they wouldn't be as professionally laid out or as nice looking compared to other templates maybe on other autoresponders. Or if you actually had your own page builder, you can design your own templates and actually bring them in here as well, and you'll be able to make them design them in your own way to make them look a lot nicer. But if you have found something that you actually want to get started, or even if you just want to have a layout for all your content, you can, and you've already saved the template, you can literally save them here. And this is what I've done. A few of the emails that I would send out, that I would actually save a template. Once I have a structure in place, I will literally just use one of these templates here that I've already saved myself, and then I just reuse that time and again. It cuts down on your workflow, so you don't have to constantly keep going in and keep positioning everything. And you'll understand this more as you go through the platform. When you get more familiar with sending emails, you'll be able to figure out new ways of being able to work faster. So when you have actually set up your own template and your own design and you're happy enough with it, you can just save as template. You just click on that down and that will save it, and that will put it into that template section. And if you want to, you can also preview and test the email as well. So you can actually set it up if you have any links or anything like that. You can test your links like I showed you with the video for your YouTube videos as well. You can pretty much preview them and you can click on them to see where they actually go and if they actually take you to where they need you to go. Again, just to clarify as well, that when you are setting up an email as well, especially if you're going through the whole structure, and I will be going into this in depth later on or in one of the other videos as I mentioned, you will need to set up a good title as well, because you want to gain people's attention. So that'll be another thing that we'll cover now in a wee while too. So when you're happy enough with everything there, you can just click on save and exit, and as you can see now here, your custom template has actually been saved, so you can come into that and edit that at any point in time if you so wish. So if you happen to have a couple of lists with subscribers and email leads already set up, you can actually access them from the drop down menu top. You can literally click on it and then you can access all the lists that you've actually created. So you can actually just click on one of them and it will take you directly to that list, and then you can actually have all the details that you actually need within that list itself, so that you can find out, check your subscriber count, if you have people that have subscribed on a given day, if you have anyone unsubscribed. Even here it will give you an idea of that anyway, but you'll be able to go in depth and see what emails have actually made alterations or changes to, and then you can delete them or add them if you wish. So if you want to, even as well, you can import history, you can also add subscribers, you can manage your subscribers. So if you want to add your subscribers, you would click on add subscribers here, and again you could add one at a time, but that will take an absolute eternity. Or you can import multiple, so you could click on that, and then you could, if you have a CSV file that you have imported from another autoresponder, if you're moving to Aweber, you'll be able to import that file in here. I actually have done a previous video on this where I was actually closing down a Shopify store and I was importing my email list from a MailChimp account that I actually had, and I go through the process of actually setting all this up. So I'll drop a link in the description to that video so that you can actually see that process in action as well. So if you want to, you can also come in, and once you have everything set up, when you have your subscriber list already imported, you can actually manage your subscribers. So again, it does give you the ability again to add subscribers, but you can also create a sign up form. You can also access the sign up forms option from the tab actually up on the top of the dashboard as well, so you'll be able to actually get to it quicker. So it will actually bring you into this editing page here where they actually do have some templates here that will actually help you get started. Again, you can import your own, they have popular ones, and then you can use them for say your websites, or say if you have a blog post, or you're using like a side widget on a WordPress website, you can actually have a template actually set up on it, so that again you can grab emails or entice people to sign up with their email on your actual web pages. I actually have covered a video on this as well in the past, where I actually walked through the process of actually setting up a lead magnet and using a form like this here to actually set up to actually sit on the actual sidebar widget on a blog page website. I'll check the link down in the description. I'll leave a link for that video as well. It actually walks you through the entire process of actually getting set up with this here. So this here is something here you can use as well. Now Aweber does have, like I said, a lot of templates, but they're not the nicest of looking. They are very, very basic, and honestly some of these here can be a little bit fiddly to set up. If you have an actual page builder, like say I use Thrive Architect, or if you have Elementor or any other page builder, you'll be able to actually build out custom widgets and sign up boxes and that you can actually use then to embed, especially with the likes of Thrive themes, because they have their own Thrive theme builder, so you can customize the whole layout of your actual site, so you can place everything pretty much wherever you want without using a line of code, and that allows you the full flexibility to be able to do that. Plus you can be able to design it and have it look whatever way you want. But again, you can do that as and when you're ready to do that, if you feel comfortable in doing so. But the standard form here that Aweber offers is enough to actually get you started, and then you can literally scale up from there as and when you're ready to do so. But again, check out that video, and I'll leave a link in the description again so that I can show you the process of actually how to set up one of these here step by step. So again, when you're ready to move on, they've also got a landing pages feature as well, so you can set up custom landing pages. So we can actually create on landing page button, and again here Aweber does provide you with a lot of templates that will actually help you get started. Yes, they are fairly basic in terms of what they offer, but these here templates are good enough to actually help you get started, because you can go in and you can edit them and take and remove certain segments out of them and add in your own. If you do have any of your own custom templates, you can actually add them in as well. If you can start with a blank canvas. They're definitely good enough to get started, but even as I mentioned in the previous section, if you do have a page builder, you will be able to build a really highly customizable and visual style page that will actually look a lot better, and you can design it to your own preferences. Like I mentioned, I have a couple of videos that I actually have done in the past. I'll leave the links to all those videos in the description, where I actually show you how to integrate Aweber with Thrive Architect and how to do all the other tricks and tips that I have mentioned that will actually show you some of those things, and you'll be able to actually create and get up and running fairly quickly. But what I will do is I will do a future video and I'll show you actually how to use one of these templates I won't do it in this video, but I will do it in a future one, and I'll show you how to use these templates and just set up just a basic landing page similar to what you would if you were using the page builder, just so that you can get started, because this here would be a good alternative if you couldn't afford a page builder, especially when you're starting out. One of these templates here that they have on offer will be enough to actually just get the ball rolling for a while, and then when you're ready to reinvest in your business, as your business starting to grow, then you can opt in for buying other software and services. But again, this here will be more than enough to get started, so keep an eye out for that video, because I will be doing that pretty soon, and I'll just show you how to set up a standard landing page with these templates. You also have access to reports, so you can check out the amount of clicks and whatever other integrations that you have running, so you can check out the stats and all that type of stuff as well, so you can track all the clicks and where they're actually coming from. So you can also change the settings on your account as well, so you can also set up the analytics. It gives you a piece of code that you can actually put onto your web pages, and this will actually walk you through the process of actually getting that set up. But again, this is a bit more advanced, so you don't have to worry about that as of yet. So when you want to start customizing your list, once you've actually started to build it up, you can come into your list options and list settings, and what you can do is you can set up the name of your list. Once you've actually started the process of accumulating a few emails, you will need to set this up anyway. So you set up your list name, you'll need to give a description so that Aweber can understand what your list is about. And again, there's just other features in that you will actually have to add in, and you will need to provide an actual email address as well for the sender, so that when the emails are being sent out, the people know where it's coming from. So you can also personalize your list as well, so you can set up other categories, so like you can set up different social sharing methods as well. Now, I personally don't use this at the moment, because again, you don't, like I did mention in previous videos as well, you don't want to come across as looking like as if you're spamming your social media accounts, because for every notification it will literally be sent to the likes of your social media, and sometimes that can go against you. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. So now, it may be okay with this here, but I just leave it alone as it is. So again, you do have access to some other features, and then you can literally set up your confirmation message. So this will be kind of the message that people will actually get once they've actually signed up to your sign up forms. And again, they'll have a couple of other confirmation settings and that you'll need to edit and tweak. You will also need to put in a custom URL page, so that people, when they click on it, that'll be sent directly to your website that you want to send them to. The only thing is with Aweber is, as well, compared to other autoresponders, Aweber uses a double opt-in feature, and a lot of times when you're trying to build up your list, and I found this that it can be a hassle over time, is that when people have signed up and people have the best of intentions, they will actually enter their email address into what you have to offer. But the thing is, a lot of times people won't actually check the confirmation message, which means they never actually confirm their opt-in, which means you're left with an email there that you actually can't use. You've no access to it because they haven't opted in and verified the confirmation. Only those that have verified it that you can actually use within your lists that you actually want to send out broadcasts. If they haven't confirmed or verified their opt-in, you can't send any emails to them. It won't allow you to. It's just something to be aware of when you actually are signing up, because I find that it does sometimes kind of hamper your progress when you're really kind of trying to build your list over time. But Aweber is the perfect example of getting started if you're a beginner. It is a really good platform and very beginner friendly. They have an excellent customer support system, and I find that they're really good. So as you can see here, I've gone through a lot of the options and features. You can actually manage your lists, so you do have a few other options here. So like I said, if you do have any trouble, you can reach out on the help section. They do have their own forum that actually gives you a list of some of the issues that you can deal with and how you can actually fix them. If not, you can reach out to the support and they will actually help you. So again, you can just manage your lists, and we'll have a look at the integrations feature now at the minute. So again, here you can also use this feature here to create a list. So if you want to create a new list, you will literally just click on create a list, and what you would do is you would go through the entire process that I actually showed you in the list options feature. It will actually show you actually how to get that all set up. So you can set up the actual name of the list, but you can still come back later on and you can come into your list options and list settings, and then you can actually still add in all the additional information that you need. So again, you can also add in custom fields, you can set up list automations, you can even set up your own tags. As I mentioned in the previous video as well, tags are used to literally sync and to kind of link different campaigns together. if you actually have set up a campaign and you come to the end of that campaign or automation and you want to set up a new one for the future, but you also want to continue to send those emails out to your current list, you can start that new automation with the tag that you finished the last automation with, and then it knows to continue on with that automation. So here you can check out the integration features as well. So if you have other areas that you have platforms on or other services that you use, like if you're using Tribe Leads, even Shopify and other ones as well, you can use Aweber to integrate with these features, especially say if you're running an e-commerce store as well. So they do have the flexibility of being able to integrate and sync together so that you can have a unified platform to actually get started with just building your lists and just building your business. But going back to, like, if you were setting up your campaign, even when you're looking, say, with the tags, just when we quickly just go back over that. So if you are setting up a campaign, as you can see here, you would set up your campaign like your welcome sequence. Now, even though this is in draft, but you can actually activate it if you want to. So what you would do is when you're going to set up a campaign, I'm actually going to cover this in another video where I'm going to walk you through the process of setting up a campaign and an automation. I just walk you through the process of setting up the emails. So you would go through the entire process here, and then you would always end the actual automation with the tag like I mentioned, and you would give it a specific name, because that way then when you go to set up a brand new automation, again you would come up here, create a campaign, and you would set up a new automation. You would start that new automation with this actual tag so that it knows to continue on from this previous automation. Now if you don't want to do it that way, you can leave that tag out and set up a completely different automation, but if you want to link them together, this is exactly how you would do that. So Aweber knows that it's part of an actual sequence of campaigns so that they're all linking together, and this is how you would do that. So I will be covering that in my next video, so keep an eye out for that video. I will actually be going through that process. I will actually be showing you actually how to set up a campaign and a broadcast, and literally just show you step by step how you can set up an actual structured simple campaign step by step, and I'll just walk you through the process and I'll show you how to properly structure your emails. I know I didn't cover it in this video because I just wanted to go over the basics of some of the platform tools, but in the next video I will actually walk you through the process and how you can actually get it set up and actually published. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. Right, so hopefully you found this video to be helpful and that it's given you some insight as to what you can expect from the Aweber platform if you have decided to sign up, whether you've signed up with a free account or whether you've opted in for the paid version. And that's so you have an idea of how to find out where everything is, so that you can literally just go through the flow and literally set up campaigns and so forth, just so you can have an idea of it. So if you have found this content to be useful, make sure to leave a like on the video, also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future content, and also feel free to share the video. Again, if you are looking for an honest and genuine way to get started on your own online journey and you want to figure out the steps in which to do so, make sure to check out the link below in the description to find out more. And again, I will see you all in the next one.